Back again, my bad, y'all. I had a phone call. I had to take it. But I'm, like I said, still going to continue the video, still be authentic, and still get the message out there. I feel like I've been kind of too quiet too long, if that makes sense. And I probably feel like a lot of y'all may feel that way as well. And just with the last years and stuff been going on with COVID and certain stuff and just being in the house and just a lot of craziness has been going on, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of bottled up tension, just a lot of bottled up emotions, and just a lot of bottled up things. And kind of going back off what I just said in my last video, kind of continuing from there, because it's going to be a little lengthy. But yeah, don't let your past hold you down, and it actually hinders the future that you're trying to build or make. Your past is there for a reason, but your past has nothing to do with your future. I came from not the best past at all, and I will go into detail in another story or another video, but not this one, because I look at my past in a glimpse, but I don't dwell on it. I don't cry about it. It happened, and certain things we have to move forward and move on with. Um like I said, find out your passions, write it down. I will be sending videos on that, because it seems like the people that I send videos to, I feel like it just confirmed, not only for me, but for them, what they're thinking is right, what they're feeling is right, even in their spirit and certain things like that. So I'll also be putting videos on her that I've been saving over the years, or over the 2 years. It's a lot of them, but it just, I feel like, better explains certain things or certain topics in a visual. There's certain things I can't explain, and it's certain videos that help me get through my days, help me motivate me when I need it. And I also will also be putting videos of RC Blake's, which he's a pastor from New Orleans, but he is in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. But the man is wonderful, and I will be putting a lot more of his videos up that I've been actually getting through and getting my motivation and getting what I need in life out of, and just some real talking, some real honest talking, and some stuff that's going to really make you think, if that's the type of stuff that you're looking for. Because this video, the things that I'm going to do this year, is going to be some real stuff. It's going to be fun, it's going to be funny, it's going to be authentic, it's going to be entertaining, but it's also going to make you think. It's going to be some deep stuff, and that's the best way I can explain it. And hopefully when we get to that point, that y'all will join me, and I see some lovely faces and some people that really want to make a change and want to better themselves at the end of the day with this new year coming up. Because I have a lot of things in the works, people, and I would love to see people who want to be involved and really want change, and really want change for the better, basically. But let me get back to it. Like I said, mental health is vital. It is also necessary for yourself. Positive thinking, positive mind state, positive affirmations, just saying you can do it, not saying I've never done it, I can't do it. Just those negative things, you're putting more out there in the world and into this universe than what you think you are. When you think negatively about yourself, when you tell yourself you can't do it, when you tell yourself you stupid, all that stuff matters, people. And if a lot of people that do know me, I don't even try to speak bad about nobody, because I don't want that negative energy out there into the air. But at the same time, I am very real, I'm very forthcoming, and I'm very honest about what I think and what I feel when I do talk to people. And I feel like our intent need to change as well when it comes to things like that. People say they want the best for you, but some people don't even want the best for themselves. So you have to think, like I said, think about with the people you interact with and what you want for yourself coming up for this New Year's. Are you wanting better for yourself, or are you just talking like you want better? Are you actually putting the actions towards getting better, or you're just sitting there thinking about how you can do better? Because all that stuff matters. It's one thing to want it, and it's another thing to actually put the actions, the effort, and the motivation behind it to actually get the results that you're looking for. All that matters. And like I said, I'll be doing a lot of videos on relationships, just topics, life. Like I said, funny stuff. Some stuff ain't so funny, but just things in general to make you think, because I feel like it's a lot of confusion going on, and a lot of people are trying to seek some type of truth. And I understand that, because a lot of people are lost, and a lot of people are looking for, what am I to do now, especially with jobs, and people being entrepreneurs, and just a lot of things going on. A lot of people are looking for something. And with that being said, not only just with the mental health, just like I said, use discernment, research your own stuff, see what matters to you, what wakes your spirit, what stimulates your mind. Don't follow what everybody else is doing. See what works for you this year versus what everybody tells you what works for you this year. Um I will also have videos, like I said, about wealth, health, financing. Like I said, funny, but not so funny. I will have all of that this year, because this year I'm not playing. This year, my topic for me is why not? Why can't I do what I'm doing? Why can't I meet who I'm meeting? Why can't I have these wonderful collaborations with these wonderful established people? Why can't I do the goals that I have on my list for me to actually set in this year? Why can't I not do it? And that's where I'm at now. Why not? So a lot of things, that's why I say you're going to see a lot of videos, a lot of randoms, a lot of things that if I feel like talking about it, I'm going to put it out there. Hopefully I have some people with me when I do it sometimes. And just a lot more, like I said, just a lot more action for me, a lot of more stuff when it comes to Moms on the Mic and just me being in the community and just a lot of things. And like I said, everybody don't deserve you at the end of the day. Everybody don't deserve your good spirit, your good mind, your good ideas, but your ideas are worth it. And that's the point of positivity. Don't never think you're not worth it. Don't never think you can't do it. Don't ever think that it's out of your reach. Don't never think that where I came from, I don't have the resources or I don't have the knowledge. All that matters, but all of it doesn't. As long as you push forward, have God in your life, and do what you need to do in a righteous way, you'll be surprised the blessings that you can get. You'll be surprised the people that want to help you. You'll be surprised the people that will come with open arms when your intentions and when you are good as a person and you're trying to put good out there into the world. You will be surprised the level of positive and loving and blessings that you get, and just wonderful feedback, period. Because I've been on such a journey, you all, and I feel like I'm not the only one that been on this journey, so I'm talking about it, and I would love for other people to talk about it. And let's be, like I said, more vulnerable this year, more honest with yourself. Just start taking more accountability. I know a lot of people want to blame the other person for what they did to you and all of that, which I can understand, because it's two sides to each story. But at the same time, and that's why I love my pastor, I don't claim too many, but I have one, and it is so wonderful to say that I have this, people. But R.C. Blakes, after a while, you got to stop calling yourself a victim and you are now a volunteer. You can only play victim so long before you are now a volunteer for what is going on in your life, especially if you're not trying to do anything to combat it or anything to change it or anything to move forward from the place or the stagnance or the stuck position that you're in. So like I said, I will definitely be putting on some of his videos because they are so real. They for men and women, but when you look at them and watch them, they could be for anybody. The knowledge in those videos is so real, and the only way that you'll be mad or certain things like that is because you're still in a broken state, a broken consciousness, and certain things we have to get out of as far as that mind state and just that generational curses and generational mind way of thinking. We got to get out of it. Like I said, also we're doing some collaborations, so stay tuned for that. I cannot wait. But I am really, really, really just trying to be adamant on self-care, self-love, just self-knowledge, just self-everything. Do more mental this year. Like I was saying 2 years ago, because it seemed like it's been getting worse, y'all. Not trying to be funny, but at the same time being real about it. Do more mental this year. Mental exercises, regular exercises, but doing more mental gymnastics. Play with your mind, unclutter it, write stuff down. That's something I seen a video that my good friend gave to me, and I love sharing videos. So anything, I got a lot of videos to share, and I love people who send me videos to share with other people. Write it down. Get that off your heart. Get that off your mind. Get that off your spirit at the end of the day, and start writing stuff down. One of my good friends told me, Ashley, that write a book. And I'm like, you know what? I never thought that my story was worth writing or telling in that way, but after certain videos that she sent to me and just what the woman told me, it's just about writing down the things you went through, the stuff in your past, so you won't go through it again, just different goals, inventions, which I was halfway doing that, but it was more ideas, topics, what I'm going to do with my business, different things like that. It never dawned on me to actually sit down and write what I've been through or what I've gone through, certain problems that I have that I got through, certain solutions, certain models, just writing really everything down, kind of like your own biblical testimony. That's how I took it. your own biblical testimony at the end of the day. What did you go through in this world? What carbon footprint are you leaving for people when they go about looking up your name? Because that's what it comes down to. It's not imagery, but at the end of the day, what did you put into this world? Is it really what you wanted to put in this world? And start asking yourself those real hard questions, because I feel like a lot of people are not doing it. A lot of people want the answers versus actually doing the work themselves, and that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You got to start doing your own self-work. So maybe that's the best way I need to say it. Tell people, do your self-work. It's needed, it's a detriment if you don't, and it's vital to your kids if you have them. Start looking inward versus looking outward. Start seeing what you need to do to mend the pieces of what you got going on to try to be a better person and serve to other people and to your children at the end of the day. Like I said, which lead me to my next topic. Respect your kids. Respect your kids. Respect your kids. Try to have a different relationship with your kids this year. Start actually talking more to your kids, actually telling them how they feel or asking them how they feel versus telling them how they feel. That's a better way to say that. Just do better by your babies. Kids are innocent until they see different. Do better by your kids this upcoming year. Listen to your kids, because I listen to mine. We have real life conversations. I just don't let my kids experience life without talking to them. Just being more open, just being a parent at the end of the day, and just love on them more, protect them more. It's a lot of craziness going on. Be there for your babies if nobody else is, because as a parent, we're our first everything. Like I said, first love, first guidance, first mistake, first lie, first everything. So as a parent, you just don't know how critical your position is in your child's life when they look at you and see you. A lot of parents, oh, they didn't see that, or they was young, or they didn't hear that, and they heard everything. They just can put one and two together like we can as adults, because they are kids, so their mind is still developing, their body's still developing, their sense of awareness and experience is still developing. But just like I tell grown people, I feel like parents forget sometimes that they were ever kids. Because I feel like if you did, you would give your kids more leeway. You would give them more room to make mistakes, because then you make mistakes when you were children. You don't know. You don't know this world. So that is kind of beating a dead horse. It's kind of the inevitable. It's going to happen. Kids are going to make mistakes. So instead of being down their back about it, just tell them how they can do better, different. Because we grown people making mistakes. Can I just sit in there for a minute? Grown people making more mistakes than some kids, but willing to try to make a child feel so down about themselves for the mistakes that they are making. And I feel like that's more reflection and projection than anything. So let's try to love on our kids in a different way this year. That I'm not gonna go into that. I feel I was gonna go into it, but that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother time. But definitely is a real subject that needs to be talked about. Start respecting your kids and actually consider what your kids are going through, because suicides is at an alarming rate from adults on down to kids. So let's start thinking different ways about how we approach our kids and just all of that. But let's move on. Just take a break from everything if you need to. Social media, family, whatever. If you need to take a break and just be to yourself and get yourself together, can't nobody be mad at you. Simple as that. If you was the pivotal point in people's lives, but you need to take a break from that financially, advice-wise, whatever the case may be, take a break. If you feeling worn out and feeling like you barely got the energy to keep it going and you ain't got nobody on your back to support you, take a break. Even if you do have a great support system, still take a break. Give yourself that time to recuperate. Give yourself that time to just rest the body. You can only do so much. Even though entrepreneurs, you got to put in them 10,000 hours, understand, but you still have to rest to be able to continue them 10,000 hours. So all that matters. Give yourself the rest that you need, especially if your body is telling you, hey, we need to sit down today. I know we went hard last week, but this week I'm feeling it. Let your body is telling you, sit your ass down somewhere. Just go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You can get back up tomorrow or get back up in the next 2 days and do what you need to do for yourself. But you cannot operate and move how you need to move if you are not putting the work in and keep your body healthy. It don't make sense. You're going to deplete yourself after a while. After a while, you're going to be drained. So let's think more into that when we talk about things and talking about just what to look for, because I know a lot of people make New Year's resolutions and all that good stuff. And if you do make one, let's stick to it. That's coming into my next one. Let's keep our word this year. If you decide you're not going to mess with this person, or you decide that you are going to mess with this person, let's stick to our word. If you decide you want to keep this job, let's stick to our word. If you decide that you're going to love in yourself a little more this year, stick to your word. If you decide and say, hey, I'm not dealing in a mess this year, I'm got my own stuff going, forget the BS, stick to your word no matter who tries to pull or bring you back, because it's hard to change patterns. It's hard to change routines, especially when you've been doing it all your life. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to get out of that norm. So when you start loving on yourself more than usual, somebody may be like, what she? Huh? Who she thinks she is? Why she got to go to the nail shop every however you love on yourself? It don't matter. And forget what everybody say about it, because like I said, at the end of the day, you still got to move forward. If that's getting your hair done, if that's getting your nails done, whatever that may be to you to get your woosah in and your relaxation to get you back up to do what you need to do the next day, do it. And bump whoever say something about it. That's another thing this year. Bump people. I'm trying to learn to stop cussing so much, but bump people. And forget what they got to say about you. If y'all not paying my bills, if you're not doing certain things for me or helping me to get to this goal that I'm trying to get to, you really ain't got 2 cents to put into what I'm trying to do. Simple. And I don't go by track record. And that's what I say. I don't know how these conversations may end up, baby, because the way I think is different. But if you ain't been successful, not meaning that you can't get successful, but if you ain't been doing nothing to establish yourself by the time I meet you and you try to tell me something about what I'm doing and I'm over here and you her, I don't mind coming here to get a certain common ground, but I got to get back up here after I get done. So with that being said, I don't mind coming here to get a conversation now about the while I got to slowly but surely go back to where I was at and where I'm trying to get to. And some people like to stay right up in here, and I don't. I like to keep moving. I'm trying to get to the clouds. I'm trying to get to heaven. So I stay elevated. So with that being said, some people don't even know what this look like. So you can only take certain people advances, certain people opinions, certain people things and what they think about you to only so much, and to the point where you don't went past them because you don't let so many people do this, say that, this and that when you was up here. But so many 2 cents opinions, negative thoughts, negative energy, before you know it, you don't start dwindling. And before you know it, you ain't even where they was at. You down here. So don't let everything of what everybody has to say, especially when you know what God put on your heart, your passion of what to do this year. So keep all that in mind and consider what I'm saying, because I'm trying to do this for the betterment of people. If you're striving to do better and wanting to do better, this video is for you coming into the new year. Let's keep going. All right. I think I got a little too real. Hopefully I didn't. You know, I'm not trying to upset nobody, but I don't care if I do. Real is real, right is right, and wrong is wrong. This video is hopefully for the people that catch the spirit of it, and that want better for themselves. I don't care if I make people mad. I'm not gonna please everybody, and that's something you got to think about as well too. Even when you do what you're supposed to be doing, when you try to do right by people, when you try to be a good person, somebody is still not gonna like you. So why not just do what you feel like you need to do anyway? You're not gonna always get positive affirmations from people. So still do what you want to do at the end of the day and feel like what you need to do to show up in this world. Look for people that align and match with what you're doing. That's kind of go back and kind of piggyback off what I was saying earlier. Listen to what people are saying, the energies, the vibes, what people are doing in life. Are they actually doing stuff? Are they stealing? They robbing? What are people really doing versus saying what they're trying to be? Because all that matters, and you can only do so much physical wise versus what you're doing metaphorically, meaning talking, versus where your actions, something have to line up. And start looking for stuff this year. If you're looking to do business, if you're looking to be more happier, if you're looking to be more spiritual, if you're looking to be just more open, look for those people. Don't look for closed-minded people. Don't look for people that are always negative. Don't look at people that are disrespectful. Don't look at for a person lifestyle. Look at their mind state to let you know if they align with what you're really doing, because a lot of people are trying to do something and don't have the right group around them, don't have the right energies around them, and been around them all their lives and wonder why they're not getting anywhere, because of the, sometimes it's your environment if you let it, but other times it's more so your way of thinking and your choices at the end of the day. But I know everybody is not strong-willed like others, and peer pressures and society and circumstances get the best of a lot of people. But try to think, like I said, your own way of thinking this year, and just try to create a more stronger willed for yourself and a stronger mind state, because I kid you not, it'll make all the difference. It will make a complete difference. I will be doing, like I said, routines and patterns, breaking generational curses this year. Just trying to start the year off, end the year off, like I said, with a banger. But at the same time, start the year off right, and start the year off more so of what you're wanting this year, more so what people want for you, and what all that mess. Start the year off right the way you want to, however that may be. I'm not talking about no mess. I'm talking all positivity here. I'm not talking about no side thing or nothing like that. I'm talking about real positive betterment for yourselves. However that is this year, from losing weight to this and that, which I will talk about more with my smoothies and different things like that with Moms on the Mic. But however you want to show up in this world, start working towards more of that this year. Because I feel like with generational curses and certain things like that, a lot of routines and patterns we put into our daily lives and don't even question that we're doing it. We just do it. And a lot of dysfunction and a lot of toxicity and a lot of things that we do on a regular basis, we just look at it as the norm because nobody told us that we could be different, or nobody told us that we can change the topic of the conversation, or saying that we can do this, or we came from this, but now we can do this. So all that matters. Like I said, just I'll be talking, like I said, about everything. Everything. Just have more love for yourself, more value for yourself, more self-worth. Just try to unclutter your mind, your spirit, your body, your soul. Try to be more loving. Try to be more lovable. Like I said, more vulnerability, but everybody don't deserve that, and that's what you have to decipher this year. Just being more knowledgeable about what's going on around you, and just being more aware this year. And like I said, if nothing else, it all starts with your mental health. The self-care, self-love, self-worth, standards, all that start with your way of thinking, and it starts from up here. And once this is gone, the body and the soul and the spirit will follow. So start changing what you think about yourself. All of that matters. So like I said, I know it was gonna be long-winded, but I didn't care because it's been 8 months worth. So these are the type of videos and the type of things that I would talk about. Like I said, love, prosper, and respect each other always is terribly, I'm not gonna say terribly, but it is so much needed. And hopefully y'all keep tuning in to Moms on the Mic, because we are kind of really just getting started. But more of these videos to come. And love, peace. I almost said in soul train, but but the truth, love, peace, and soul. You need it. Love yourself. Get the peace you need. And let's clean up some souls around here. I feel like the world and certain stuff been a little dirty. Let's clean up our souls, clean up our mind state, and get some of this stuff up off our spirits, y'all. Let's start the new year off right and start it off in a healthy way, because it's needed. And with that being said, I'm John A. Jones, and this is Moms on the Mic, and definitely stay tuned.